Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Thursday, September 5. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. It's official, the Big Buddha site at the top of the Knockered Hill in the south of the island is officially closed to everyone as the investigation into the construction of certain areas continues in the wake of the deadly landslide that killed 13 people just 2 weeks ago.
The landslide behind the Big Buddha Hill took place in the early hours of August 23 and killed 13 people as they were sleeping in their beds, some instantly, others within a few hours, and affected well over 200 households in the area, with certain villages in Kata, Karon, Chalong, and Rawai being declared disaster zones in the wake of the incident. Cleanup efforts continue in the last remaining portions at the bottom of the hill where the disaster took place, but the incident sparked an investigation by the Royal Forest Department into the role that the construction at the Big Buddha complex played in exacerbating the conditions for the landslide to occur. The Deputy Director General of the RFD, Banaruk Samtang, earlier this week ordered the seizure of about 5 rai of land at the hill that they say was encroached upon for construction purposes. They say that the surrounding protected forest area appropriated by the foundation that operated the Big Buddha complex is now being inspected. For this, and to minimize foot and vehicle traffic, the whole site is now closed, all to prevent further landslides, as the island is expected to see more rain in the coming weeks with the current weather conditions. The foundation that operates the Big Buddha complex, officially called the Prabuddha Ming Mongkol Foundation, had requested access to adjoining protected forest areas for construction. The area in question includes Class 1A watershed areas, and the RFD was waiting for a decision by the cabinet in Bangkok on whether to relax the restrictions to accommodate this expansion request by the foundation. The request was submitted late last year, according to officials, but RFD officials say that the foundation went ahead and began construction on 5 rai of the site in question without permission, and the runoff from this new construction, according to RFD officials, played a major role in the deadly landslide on August 23. As a result, officials from the Royal Forest Department have filed encroachment charges against the foundation with Karon police. Mr. Banaruk dismissed the notion that the iconic Big Buddha statue will face demolition, as reported in previous news stories. The demolition of structures at the Big Buddha site will apply only to illegal construction on 5 rai of land near Big Buddha, not the Big Buddha statue itself. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
2 Australians who paid more than 5 million baht into the Peaks Residences condo project in the south of the island never received their compensation after the project failed to deliver, and they've now filed complaints of fraud against the developer of the project that never materialized.
A formal complaint was filed on Tuesday at Kamala Police Station with a complaint of fraud against the developer, Kata Beach Co. Ltd. The men, joined by their lawyers, explained to the press that they had paid more than 5 million baht of the 6 million baht condo price, but the unit was never delivered as per the contract. Construction of the project was stopped because the land deed was illegally issued. The entire project was demolished for illegally encroaching on protected forest land in the hills overlooking Kata Beach. The men stated that, despite winning a civil lawsuit against the company, the developer failed to provide them with an alternative condo or refund their money. During the case, it was discovered that the Kata Beach Co. Ltd. Did not have any assets and had insufficient funds to pay the compensation. The complaint was filed with the support of the Consumer Protection Police Division under the Central Investigation Bureau, and the complaint was filed with Kamala Police because the company is based in Kamala. The complaint stems from allegations that the company illegally sold land without a valid title deed to both Thai and foreign buyers. The company collected deposits, contract fees, and payments for the units, each worth several million baht, before the project was ultimately halted. The project's construction permit was revoked and buyers were offered units in another project. However, years later, the construction remained unfinished and the buyers were advised to contact the company for refunds. An investigation is now underway. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. Ain't been the pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone. Oh.
Progress is now being made towards a resolution in the case of residents in Koh Kaew who are still living with an unpaved road and lack of electricity following a meeting with officials at Phuket Provincial Hall on Tuesday.
The meeting, held at the request of the Phuket Provincial Ombudsman's Office, saw discussions over the primary issue, which revolves around a section of Soi Nanachat 2 where around 1 kilometer of road remains unpaved and public electricity has not been installed. Despite efforts by government agencies to provide these public utilities over the last 10 years, a portion of the road has remained incomplete. The delay stems from a land dispute involving a plot where the landowner has blocked the construction. The landowner previously dedicated some land as a public road in 2008, but now they wish to reclaim it, leaving residents without access to essential infrastructure. During the meeting, both the affected villagers and the landowner presented their cases with input from key agencies. The discussion concluded with a plan to clarify the land boundaries and resolve the issue. The Koh Kaew Oboto will work with the Phuket Provincial Land Office to conduct a thorough land survey and gather relevant evidence to ensure proper coordination and action. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
His Majesty the King Maha Vajiralongkorn has officially approved the incoming 35-member cabinet submitted by new Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, and the focus now turns towards her first policy statement as Premier, set to be delivered a week from today.
The cabinet of new Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, the daughter of Thailand's political power broker and former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, will be largely the same as her predecessors, Srettha Thavisin, with the same 5 deputy prime ministers retaining their positions. In addition, Bumjai Thai leader Anutin Chamvirakul will remain interior minister, Pichai Chunavajira will remain as finance minister, and Mari Sangyampongsa will keep their foreign ministerial post. Paetongtarn's Pheu Thai party invited its longtime rival, the Democrat Party, to join the governing coalition, with Democrat Party leader Chalermchai Srion appointed the Minister of Natural Resources, a post previously held by the brother of former Deputy Prime Minister Prawit Wongsuwong of the Palang Pracharat Party. Former Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister Tamanat Prompao, who was jailed in Australia for heroin trafficking in 1994, lost his seat. Critics, however, did point to the number of family members of veteran politicians in the new cabinet as business as usual for the Pheu Thai party. Next Thursday, the new Prime Minister is set to deliver her first policy statement, which analysts say will be very similar to Thavisin's, with one exception over details on the digital wallet handout program. The project to give 10,000 baht to nearly 50 million Thai nationals through the digital wallet has received backlash from economists, and the details of how it will go forward are still a bit murky. The original plan is to hand out 10,000 baht to eligible Thai nationals who can only spend the money at local shops within their registered area. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
We really appreciate you joining us here today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow on Friday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.